it came from my own personal experience. The first, inkling of it was when I was a teenager, really, when all of my great aunts and uncles were still alive. And then it kind of grew in my mind over the years and became a story of a mother and son. I had a very close friend who went through the experience of addiction and recovery, like Jake's character. And then when I saw The Rainmaker by Coppola, the Grisham movie, Mary Kay's performance in that as the mother of the boy who's dying of cancer really startled me. And I thought, that's who I'm going to write this for. And I never had anybody else in mind.
Well, there is such a showcase of women, of wonderful actresses who are of a certain age. You have Mary Kay, you have Estelle Parsons.
Yeah.
When you started writing this, were you thinking to yourself, wow, there's this sort of like, there's all these great actresses who probably aren't getting used as much as they'd like to or should be getting used, and they have all this incredible talent. I'm going to make a movie for them.
That was my hope. I mean, I wrote a lot of parts for older women, it's true, but I didn't think to myself, won't it be great to give parts to X, Y, and Z, actors? And then when I was able to actually work with, like, Andrea Martin, I mean, this is somebody I've worshipped I could do every CTV skit for you now, right now. We could probably.
Well, let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. This is Balbo's tiny town. But Joyce Van Patten, Estelle, who I saw on stage when I was 7 years old. Growing up in the Berkshire, she spent a lot of time there with Arthur Penn. I don't know. It was just that was an amazement to me and a joy.
Going back to the writing of this, and not to praise you too much, although I'm sure you'll like it.
Tone it down. Yeah.
How do you know when you're writing some of these scenes that you have something that is captivating and entertaining? You do, as a viewer, I was captivated and entertained, but at the same time, when you were writing, as you said, you're not going for the easy joke. You're not going for the thing that on paper may read as obviously entertaining.
I think that when people are together, it's inherently, you put two people together in a room and it's inherently interesting. But you have to know what's interesting. You have to build from it, and you have to have the confidence to not want to gild the lily with surefire stuff. So, in other words, like, there was one moment, Mary Kay and Andrea are both comic geniuses, and so there was a moment when the two of them are sitting there together in a restaurant, and they both knocked on wood at the same time perfectly, in perfect common timing. It would have been great to use it, but it wasn't right for the moment,
right.
And so I think that it's a matter of having the confidence to not go for what seems like a surefire thing, but that breaks out of the reality of where the real action is.